Hello everyone, I've got a big surprise. My bespoke box from the Dahlia Sewciety has arrived, so stay tuned for that. My name's Deb and this is DB Designs and Sewing Australia if you haven't visited me before. So first off, my bespoke box from the Dahlia Sewciety has arrived. It was a November box and its theme was Sugar Plum Fairy, so it's Christmas themed. So let's get into it. Start off with a beautiful postcard. Here's a Sugar Plum Fairy. And on the other side was the night before Christmas. Let me just read that for you. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And that's that side of the card. It's just lovely. It will be Christmas before we know it. And the next thing is this beautiful sew-in tag, and it says, best gift ever. It's a lovely Christmas tree one. And I've also received a 25% off a Friday pattern for the patina blouse. It's actually a blouse I've been thinking of making of late. I had a fabric in mind, but I'm not sure that it's too lightweight. So I'll have to wait and see about that. But that's not the pattern that Kristen made with her Sugar Plum Fairy fabric. So let's get into the box. All Christmas themed, stars, and my box is pink this month. The first thing I can see is the food. Naturally, I can always see the food first. And, oh, there's 3 little treats from Spring Hill Farm. There's a rocky road, which will be gorgeous. Ooh, and a dark chocolate and cherries. Cherries is one of my favourite things. Love a cherry ripe. So that'll be lovely. Oh, and an eaten mess, which means that that'll have pieces of meringue in it. So that will be wonderful. And some Christmas tea. I don't think I've had this one before. Spice and citrus flavours. Very nice. Be able to have that cup of tea and that chocolate. Oh, and next I can see a gorgeous candle, and it smells just divine. And it says, Merry Christmas from the Dahlia Sewciety. Now this is a Christmas candle, and I can smell, it just smells like Christmas. It smells like cinnamon and cloves. It's probably got a lot of other things in there too. It's a soy candle. So that'll be nice to burn at Christmas time. Oh, what else have I got? Look at this gorgeous Christmas tree ornament. Oh, it's heavy. The sewing machine. How gorgeous is that? A sewing machine sewing Santa's hat. That is lovely. I don't have any Christmas ornaments that are sewing related. I actually don't think I've seen any because I would have bought them if I did. And now, all very, very Christmas themed. Even a beautiful little Christmas sticker on the back. Let's have a look what's in here. We've got some white thread. A candy cane, more eats. And some buttons. And these are clear sparkly buttons. I don't know if you can see that. So they look like they're a clear button. So if you look there, that looks like it's got white behind it, but that's just the way it's attached to the packaging. But it's actually a clear button with little sparkles inside it. So that will be interesting. And now the fabric. Look at this. Now this says it's 98% cotton and 2% spandex. So you can actually see it has got a little bit of a stretch in it, like a shirting has. Other shirts I've made where I've bought specifically shirting fabric have had that tiny bit of stretch in it too. Just great for just a little bit of comfort, a little bit of give. I'm thinking this would make a lovely patina blouse, or I'm thinking something with a collar. Some sort of a shirt or a blouse with a collar. This is gorgeous fabric. Absolutely beautiful. And I think I've got 2.5 meters of this. So, oh, and it's quite wide. Must be 145 wide. So that will make a fabulous top. We could actually make a dress out of it too. You'd probably easily get a nice dress with a collar, a shirt dress. That's another thought. Has anybody turned the patina blouse into a dress? I just really love the long collar. So, what to do with this beautiful fabric? And it's really lovely and summery. And it will be summer eventually here in Australia when it stops raining. And when the weather can stay above 20 for more than a day in a row. Had some terrible weather here, so much rain and a little bit of sun. The grass won't stop growing. I suppose in a few months' time I'll be complaining that it's too hot, but I really like the hot weather. So this, oh, it would make, there's so many different things. You could even make something with piping on it, because there's so many different colours that you could choose a piping in for this. You could choose that light pink, you could choose that blue colour, or the red. Endless options. If you made a shirt, there's so many different pant colours that you could wear with that besides jeans or white pants. So that's what was in the box. Absolutely wonderful. You've done it again, Kristen. And I'm particularly loving this gorgeous Christmas decoration. That is so cute. Very, very cute. And the candle, and that's all I can smell now. It smells beautiful in this sewing room. It smells like that beautiful candle. It smells like Christmas. So that's what I received in my Bespoke box from the Dahlia Sewciety. Now let me just show you what else I have been making this week. I've actually made some bookmarks. Now I was watching Christine from Christine Home Affairs, and she's great because she takes you through how to make everything out of scraps of fabric. And I made these bookmarks. And this is how they work. You put it on the corner of the book and you save your page. Or I'd probably put this short side on the outside of the book and that on the page to hold your page. So it looks like that. Could use that either way. And I've made, oh, a dinosaur one, a caravan one, and some out of some batik fat quarters that I had, that I'd made bunting, and, well, it was actually face mask fabric, actually. Really pretty fabric. So I've made those for urgent gifts that I might need at Christmas time. And what I also made was a Thermomix cover for one of my sisters. When I went to her place the other day, I tried my mock-up on her Thermomix and decided that it needed to be a little bit longer because hers is going to be in the window and the sun does come through that window. Her backsplash is a window, and she wanted this to go all the way down to the bench, and it's actually got the silver fleece inside it. This has actually got the insul fleece inside it so that it's heat reflective. So it's a really easy pattern to do. And I don't know that you'd have to buy the pattern now that I bought it. I think I bought it off Pattern Emporium, but I needed to change the size because the Pattern Emporium did not have the T6, which is the latest model, and that's the model Thermomix she has. And we had lots of lovely food that she'd made in it too when I went there for lunch. And so I've made a pocket on this side and a narrow pocket here. Here's a narrower pocket, and that's for the special spatula attachment that people put in the side. And on the other side is a full pocket because the Thermomix book will fit in that side. And I made my own bias tape, and this is all just lined with calico. So I've got one layer of the insul fleece facing outwards so that it's heat reflective, and then just lined it with the calico in there. Made my own bias tape. And she also wanted, she doesn't use oven mitts, she just uses oven pads. And so I made her 2 matching oven pads. She said she just wants it like this, and she just picks things up like that. So that's actually got 2 layers of insul fleece in it. So you've got to think about when people take things out of the oven, you don't know which side of an oven mitt they're going to use or oven pads they're going to use. So this has got 2 layers of insul fleece in it, and I've just quilted that. You can see I have just quilted that and then put the bias tape around it and sewn that down. So that, I was really pleased with that, and it worked out really well. I also finished my pants, Daisy Designer pants by Style Arc. These are the ones where I had to add a waistband onto the pattern when it was supposed to be a turnover top. And I will insert some photos of these pants, but they do fully come up to my waist. And I'm actually making a pair for my daughter. And I did notice that she wears her pants much lower than me. So although I'll be adding a waistband onto hers, I think I might trim a bit off the top, and I put pockets in hers. So I'm making hers in this green, olive green linen. And so I haven't done the waistband or the hems of that yet. I'm just in the middle of making those. And I was considering about how high to make them in the waist, because she's a little bit shorter than me, but I don't think I'll make them as high in the waist as mine are, because I think young people wear things a bit more slung around their hips. The other thing I completed was a top that I made, and this is actually Burda 6221, and it's a dress, but I made it into a top. Now, T from Sewing Tea and Crumpets had made this into a top, and it looked really nice, but I was actually, I know, a little bit disappointed in the pattern. It sort of doesn't sit all that well. I made a 14, and I don't think it's too big. It's certainly not too big in the actual bust, like where the darts are, and I don't think it's too loose in the top bit. And I did stay stitch everything. It just doesn't sit really flat against your chest, but I will put some photos of me in these. And I didn't make this as a matching set, but it actually does match. So I'll put some photos of me wearing those 2 items in it. And I really haven't done any other sewing this week, but I have cut out a lot of things. I've cut out this new look what is it, 6568, and it was the baby's dress I was making for my granddaughter. And I'm making this new look dress in this double gauze fabric. So I need to get that made up. I'm making the newborn size because that should start to fit her shortly. The other thing I've cut out is the Sew House 7 Wildwood wrap dress in a pink linen that I had in my stash. And boy, is that a cutout and a half. That has got a lot of pattern pieces compared to what we're usually dealing with. And for quite a narrow dress, it actually uses quite a lot of fabric. But I'll see how I go with that. I've never made that dress before, so that will be interesting. I've also got these overalls cut out, just in like a light chambray fabric. There are no instructions. There is nothing to tell you how to do it. So I think I'll just have to guess my way through that one. And the other thing I've got cut out and ready to go are aprons and bibs. So I've got 2 Christmas aprons in this Australian koala Christmas fabric. Sorry, they're bibs. And I've got the girls' 2 aprons in this fabric. And because it's a thin fabric, I am going to be fully lining those aprons in just plain calico. And the boys' fabric is going to be the koala with the dark colour background. And an apron for myself in the poinsettia. So all of those aprons are going to be fully lined, but to be honest, the aprons don't take all that much longer to fully line as they do to just make in a single fabric. It's really practically the same amount of seams. So I've got all of that to go on with. Hopefully I'll have a bit more finished by next week. I will insert the photos of the 2 items I had completed, and I'll see you all next week. Oh, what I'm wearing. Okay, I am wearing the Holly blouse by Style Arc. It has actually got a tie on it. Just in a navy blue satin fabric that I had in my stash. I've had this blouse for a couple of years. I'm not sure if I did the sleeves as you were supposed to do it. I just stitched the cuffs straight on it. It's actually quite a comfortable blouse. But I'll see you all next week, hopefully with some more makes. Have a good week. Bye.